In the annals of ancient India, the tales of Gautama Buddha and King Ajatashatru resonate with timeless wisdom and profound insight, offering a beacon of guidance for seekers of truth and enlightenment across the ages. It was in the sacred groves of Vulture Peak that the illustrious Buddha often sat in quiet contemplation, surrounded by a retinue of devoted disciples who hung upon his every word, eager to absorb the wisdom that flowed from his lips like nectar from the heavens. On one such day, as the sun cast its golden glow upon the rugged terrain, King Ajatashatru, ruler of the Magadha kingdom, made his way to the feet of the Enlightened One, his heart heavy with the burdens of kingship and the complexities of mortal existence. "O blessed one," spoke the king, his voice a melodic blend of reverence and humility. "Since embracing the teachings of the Dharma, I have endeavored to walk the path of compassion and righteousness. Yet, in my pursuit of peace, I find myself beset by trials and tribulations, ensnared by the tangled web of duty and desire." Buddha, his countenance serene and his eyes ablaze with the fire of inner knowing, regarded the king with compassion and understanding. "Speak, O king," he said, "and unburden your heart, for in the sharing of your troubles you shall find solace and clarity." And so, King Ajatashatru poured forth his concerns, his voice trembling with the weight of responsibility. "Ever since I embraced the teachings of the Buddha," he began, "I have sought to govern my kingdom with compassion and justice. But in my quest for enlightenment, I have become vulnerable to exploitation, my adversaries seeking to exploit my benevolence for their own gain." Buddha listened attentively, his presence a soothing balm to the king's troubled soul. "My son," he said, "the path of enlightenment is fraught with challenges and obstacles, yet it is also a journey of profound transformation and growth. Like the lotus that rises from the murky depths to blossom in the light of the sun, so too must you navigate the trials of existence with grace and resilience." With these words of wisdom ringing in his ears, King Ajatashatru bowed low before the Buddha, his heart uplifted by the promise of inner peace and understanding. And as he departed from Vulture Peak, he carried with him the seeds of enlightenment, sown deep within the fertile soil of his consciousness. But the journey towards true enlightenment is not without its perils, as King Ajatashatru would soon discover. For even as he sought to embody the principles of compassion and righteousness, he found himself ensnared in the machinations of palace intrigue and political turmoil. In the hallowed halls of the royal court, whispers of discontent mingled with the heady scent of ambition, as courtiers vied for power and influence, their allegiances shifting like sand dunes in the desert wind. And amidst the chaos and uncertainty, King Ajatashatru struggled to maintain the delicate balance of his kingdom, torn between duty and desire, honor and expediency. It was during these tumultuous times that the king encountered the enigmatic figure of Devadatta, a charismatic and ambitious disciple of the Buddha, whose fervent zeal and unwavering conviction captured the hearts and minds of the people. Devadatta, with his piercing gaze and magnetic presence, espoused a radical vision of spiritual renewal, calling for a return to the austere practices of asceticism and renunciation. And as his teachings gained momentum, the once unshakable foundation of the Buddha's Sangha began to tremble, its unity threatened by the specter of division and discord. For King Ajatashatru, the rise of Devadatta posed a grave challenge to his authority, his kingdom teetering on the brink of upheaval as the forces of change gathered momentum. And as he grappled with the weight of destiny, he found himself torn between loyalty to the Buddha and the allure of Devadatta's charismatic vision. But amidst the chaos and uncertainty, one truth remained steadfast: the unwavering bond between teacher and disciple, forged in the crucible of shared suffering and transcendent wisdom. And so, in the depths of his soul, King Ajatashatru knew that his allegiance lay not with the siren song of revolution, but with the timeless teachings of the Buddha, whose light illuminated the path to true liberation. And so, with courage and conviction, King Ajatashatru resolved to confront the forces of dissent and division, his heart ablaze with the fire of righteousness and the promise of inner peace. And as he stood upon the precipice of destiny, he knew that the road ahead would be fraught with peril and uncertainty, yet he faced it with a steadfast resolve born of faith and conviction. In the weeks and months that followed, King Ajatashatru embarked upon a journey of self-discovery and transformation, guided by the timeless wisdom of the Buddha and the boundless depths of his own inner knowing. He delved into the recesses of his consciousness, confronting the shadows that lurked in the hidden corners of his soul, and emerging stronger and more resilient with each passing trial. And as he walked the path of enlightenment, he found solace in the embrace of the Dharma, whose teachings offered him refuge in times of trial and tribulation. He learned to navigate the treacherous currents of palace politics with grace and integrity, his actions guided by the principles of compassion and righteousness that lay at the heart of his being. But even as King Ajatashatru sought to embody the virtues of the enlightened ruler, he remained acutely aware of the dangers that lurked in the shadows, threatening to engulf his kingdom in a maelstrom of chaos and strife. And so, with unwavering resolve, he remained vigilant in his duty, ever mindful of the sacred trust bestowed upon him by the people he swore to protect and serve. In the end, it was the timeless wisdom of the Buddha that served as his guiding light, illuminating the path to true liberation and inner peace. And as he gazed upon the horizon, his heart filled with gratitude for the blessings of enlightenment that had transformed his life and his kingdom forever. And so, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the stars twinkled in the velvet sky, King Ajatashatru bowed his head in reverence, his spirit uplifted by the boundless expanse of the universe and the eternal promise of enlightenment that beckoned him ever onward. In the end, it was not in the absence of struggle, but in the courage to confront it with compassion and grace. May you walk the path of enlightenment with courage and wisdom, and may the light of truth illuminate your journey for all eternity. And so, the disciples bowed their heads in reverence, their hearts filled with gratitude for the timeless wisdom of their master. And as they embarked upon their own journeys of self-discovery, they carried with them the timeless teachings of Buddha, the teachings of compassion, strength, and the eternal quest for enlightenment in a world hungry for truth and meaning. Thanks for watching Inner House. Stay well, keep well.